I fucking love this stash.
Nice to meet you in person.
Does she need help?
My boss came to me and was like, Abby, I love what you're doing here. I got something for you in the office. And he came in and he was like, these are the Harry's razors we're given for the end of November. I want you to have one of those.
Just tell you look like shit with that thing on your
Exactly.
face.
I said no because people are nice.
Yeah.
Not like you.
Clemson versus Oklahoma.
He's gonna have
Retarded.
I didn't think you were.
Who's retarded?
I got 20 minutes.
I'm not
How many
retarded.
leagues you in, Jen?
Why?
I'm at one here.
Why is he retarded?
Jets have nobody in that secondary,
It's gonna be
man.
hard.
Eli's gonna be chucking the ball like
Yeah, like
talk shit.
Odell Beckham Jr. is going to get Buster Screen all day. So Buster Screen is going to give up 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. But who else is going to do anything? The Giants cannot run the football for anything. And right now they can't stop anything.
I think I would
They
be.
couldn't stop a fucking nosebleed.
I think I would be a better running back on the Giants.
Oh my God, they're
I don't
the
know
worst
about that,
running football right now. They're the worst.
Bro, I could go right through the legs.
Chris
bro.
Ivory.
Chris Ivory.
I also think a big day for Brandon Marshall. Because he's not going to get Prince Mukamari, he's going to DRC.
Eric Decker.
Decker, baby.
You think Decker gets DRC? No.
No, Decker's going to have to go against your safeties and your nickel corner, whose name
Who's
none
out?
of us know.
That's Craig Dahl.
It's or something like that because he runs.
and that's bad
Decker
news for
works the middle of the field,
Barry
and that's where the Giants
out.
can't defend the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's bad news for you two ways. One because it's against the Giants, and one because it's against you.
Yeah, Decker is.
I got my way up.
And we're against each other.
Yeah. It's exciting. I said, if I lose this week, it's because of that stash. That one.
It's legit. Somebody came over to my bar. This woman, she's a big giant rack, and she goes, "Oh my God, I love it. Is that real?" I said, "Oh my God, I love them. Are those real?"
Have to use end up with 5 victories.
I had the Bobby J start to the season, so I get it. I had
Yeah,
the
man.
Bobby J start.
Yeah.
You know what, Bobby J? I'm
As
gonna
soon as
tell
you changed your head coach to
This-
Dan Campbell,
this
things
year
turned
you
around for you.
You're going into playoffs means a lot.
Dan Campbell.
The Metallica man.
It's a big deal. I'm like I said, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled to be in the playoffs.
I mean, who fired?
I don't even care. You know what? I don't even care if I win the whole thing or not. I'm just happy to be in the playoffs, man.
Yeah, you gotta be happy.
Just I'll just take my chances and roll with what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what you don't got?
I don't got Gronk. We all know this. We all know this.
Gronk is out. Thank you.
It doesn't matter about
Scott
my
Chandler just became relevant. Thank
Coming
you.
from
The last game of the season between my matchup is the 2 worst teams in the league.
Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's like the Who Cares Bowl. It's actually the game to see who gets the number 1 overall seed next. Number 1 overall pick. It's the toilet bowl. It's the brown helmet bowl is what it is.
Yeah.
The loser gets the brown helmet.
Hey, I was in the Brown Helmet Bowl last year, so I feel the same, man. It's all good. Me and Danny were in the Brown Helmet Bowl last year, so.
You know what's funny about that? I think Danny Mac just can't draft, is what I think. Because every year he starts like dog shit, and by the time he like builds his team up, because he's first on the waivers every week, and he can like pick up all the guys, all the backups whose starters died, and then he has a good team. Like on the second half, he just can't draft. I think
Maybe that's what it is.
Those stud players that put up huge stats aren't going to be there. when
We'll
you
have to
draft.
agree to disagree. Here's what we'll do. Since this is the first official Always Sunny in Sayreville get together,
Yes, sir.
in what is this? This is our 4th season.
Yes.
In our 15th season. I'm not kidding. When we get together in our 15th season, I'll have the stats ready for you, and we'll find out what's going on with the draft.
8 minutes.
We'll do the draft breakdown as far as draft position and all that stuff. I'll do a 15-year. It'll be like a 19-year, or no, it'll be a 15-year thing because in year 15, and we'll know. Then we'll find out. We'll figure this discussion out. We'll settle it in 9 years or 11 years.
Okay. Does anybody else think that Odell Beckham Jr. looks like one of those,
Alright, I just want to shake everybody's hands.
with the nuts on top?
At the Giants fans, good luck. Good luck.
Thank you, buddy. You too.
Good luck.
You too, pal.
Good luck, John. Don't fucking talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
No, you don't. We needed more. Woo! J-E-T-S.
Chris Ivory all day. Let's go.
Miami last week.
I know it's weird to see the guy in the Giants jersey saying Chris Ivory all day.
Fantasy football makes strange bedfellows.
Let's go, Fitzmagic. Fitz and Decker.
Who are you?
I am.
What?
Let's
No,
go,
it's-
Fitz. I said
He
it was a one
slid.
play.
Hi, this is Anthony Falsetti reporting from halftime at Giants house. Giants Jets game. Let's go. How you feeling about your game this year?
Feeling good, winning. So hopefully I can keep it up. Beat Bobby J.
Beat Bobby J. Beckham Jr. keeps doing what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
That's your boy. How you feel about the playoffs?
Well, hopefully I win my matchup in the championship.
Yeah, how do you feel about Week 15? How's your team set up for Week 15?
I haven't even looked at it yet.
He's not ready. He's not worried about it.
Right on.
He's confident. I like it. John, John, how you doing, buddy?
It's not even worth me getting video.
No, John. Actually, it is so worth getting you video, John.
All right, you're interviewing.
I clearly. How do you feel about How do you feel about today, John? How do you feel about everybody's games today?
I don't think really it matters too much. I do think that I'm gonna stick with my predictions. The only thing I'm gonna say differently is that Narkowitz is my sleeper pick for the championship this year.
Thank you.
I'm gonna firmly believe that. I think Narkowitz has got a really solid team, and going into the playoffs, he's a team to watch for. I do still think, prediction-wise, the Rusty Strombone will win the championship. And you know the guys that are obviously a follow-up guys are Mr. Albert himself, Mr. Perro, and Mr. Carey himself, the cameraman.
That's that guy.
So
Very proper with the last names.
So you're just completely and totally leaving Bobby J out of this whole scenario at 84.
you know, the only reason why that I'm saying that Bobby J, I'm cheering for Bobby J because he's like the underdog. Because out of all the guys that I mentioned, he's the guy that's least statistically wise, not probably gonna make it.
You know what? Thank you for the kiss of death, by the way. Just mentioning anything about the other teams, players you picked, players you like, picks you like for the week is like the kiss of death this year.
Yeah, man.
So I hope there's a way we can reverse that and make maybe something you said come true.
Yeah.
But I'm cheering for Bobby J the whole time in the playoffs. So,
Well, there you go. There's a kiss of death. For you.
She gave me the trap.
Well, that's one
She
and
gave me
done.
the crab trees.
Dig a hole and throw dirt on me, yo.
So if you want my honest opinion, I have Rusty Strombone winning. My sleeper pick will be Narkowitz, and of course my two ones that are runner-ups after Anthony, if Anthony doesn't make it, is
pick 4.
Yeah, that's
Right,
good.
exactly. These
Good
four are
Bro, you
probably
only
gonna
have
win.
one sleeper pick, right?
and I have one sleeper pick, which is Narkowitz, and the guy I'm cheering for.
The playoff is 6 teams, and I think these 4 are gonna win. Bobby J, you got anything? Talk to me. Excuse me. This is good.
I'm
you
sorry.
you just shat all over Bobby. He's got to get something in here. You gotta get something in here. Say something,
What's your
Bobby.
reaction?
All right, man, I'm going to be honest.
Here we go.
I'm not making any predictions. I'm not going to stand here and talk shit. I am thrilled to be where I'm at right now, and anything I accomplish in the playoffs is a bonus. And I'm just looking to build on my season this year for next year. So I'm thrilled.
To be so humble.
I'm thrilled. My team's been so bad for so long that I'm finally good this year, and that's really all I care about is that I'm finally starting to get a little bit of respectability in this league. So I'm happy with that.
Always humble, always classic. Standings in those games, we actually were like not looking because we're afraid to like look at jinx, even though John's does enough fucking jinxing as it is.
I just took a look at halftime.
How we doing?
Right now, my kicker and my defense are kicking your ass.
That's it.
That's it. Pretty much it.
That's all we got. Who's projected?
Everybody else is dog shit.
Are you projected to win?
I am right now, I think.
He's projected to win. We know what that means.
Nothing.
Nothing.
It means nothing because these guys are still going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, hopefully.
This guy over here ain't making the playoffs. But I love Cam.
What's that other thing that Cam
does? And pick up the first down.
Oh, he also does the thrust because he affects people with his thrusting of the hips.
What do you mean?
You didn't hear about the fan that complained about Cam Newton's touchdown celebration, that he thrust his hips and it was offensive too provocatively during the Tennessee when they played the Titans.
No, I didn't see that.
He thrust his hips and my child was there. Oh my God, it was just horrifying to see.
How did he thrust him? What do you mean?
He thrust them like Elvis Presley, like shake his hips too much.
Next thing you know, it'll be 2 babies in this group. Better be careful. Girls are getting excited back there. Calm down.
When did Bilal Powell become
An actual factor?
Yeah.
It never became a cowbell. I don't think.
No, never.
And Tremaine McBride had a shot at Val, right? At the line of scrimmage.
Well, barely. David Wilson was your.
As you see him coming out.
Was your cowbell back?
Was a cowbell.
Let's go.
Sure. Pick up that.
So
You know what we need? More cowbell.
Really comes
More in the NFL in general,
In the NFL in general, more.
because of the injuries and whatnot.
Especially mostly running backs.
More cowbell.
Ivory.
Oh! Why did you catch the ball?
Oh!
Oh man.
Kellen Davis.
Decker, yeah, that's right.
Slot.
Marshall. What the fuck was that?
Jason Pierre
Flag.
on the rush and a flag down.
Flag.
At the
It's a
one.
flag down.
On 3rd and goal. Fitzpatrick.
Oh, terrible.
Nothing.
Incomplete.
Field goal, come.
Good job, Jets. We can suck balls all we want.
Terrible play call. What a terrible play call. Oh my god. Pick it.
Oh, you idiot!
Oh.
What's wrong with you? You catch it with a pinky. Oh, come on!
That's delayed game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Kick the fucking football.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. He kicked the fucking football.
Settle down.
What an idiot.
Yeah, that's a bad penalty.
Instead of 4th and
Asshole. Don't kick the fucking football.
3 flags came flying down.
Yeah, you can't do that.
After the play was over, delay game offense number 13 for kicking the ball. It will be 4th down after the 5-yard
He should have had that. Oh,
Here's
God.
the game. 4th and 7.
Draw.
Try the line. Manning in the pocket.
Oh, got it.
Oh!
Odell Beckham Jr.
And this is the game. That was a fucking in there. Like, look at
Wow.
that. Look at that. We can't.
And he has an arm in there too.
Harris for the Jets. It's a 4-yard pickup. From the gun.
Where is that, you fucking idiot?
Too high and offline, Ruben Randall. Now it's a 48-yard attempt. For the Jets and Josh Brown.
48 yards is
Fairly routine.
He has not missed this season.
Oh, don't say that. He has not missed this season. He's hit the 50. He hit 53 like it's his job. And now.
Well, if he hits it, then next score wins anyway. So.
A 48-yard attempt. DeAnsi will snap it. Wayne will hold it.
No, you missed it. You missed it. There it is.
Fucking jinx.
There you go.
Victory for the Jets.
I fucking called it. He said it. Woo!
Hey, he looks so happy.
Don't worry. You'll still be in the playoffs.
He's like, unwrap my hand.
You'll still be in the playoffs.
I want to show these.
I'm upset. I'm angry eating. It's not good. The whole thing is just, that's unbelievable. And I get fucked in both fucking leagues because he misses the goddamn field goal. -3 in both leagues. Awesome. I wonder if Giants could do me a favor, like give me like Simplex 2, something herpes, something just not something inconvenient. In addition to the fucking wall.
Johnny, reactions to the Jets-Giants
Oh
game.
my God! It was a huge game for us to win. We were in a must-need situation.
Must win.
Yeah.
It was a must need.
Stepping
Must
on him.
needed. A must needed. We needed to win.
Who knew Bilal Powell was such a cowbell?
I really don't like either team, so I'm sad.
But I
for
mean, you just
Albert.
watched a good game.
I did watch a good game, but I'm sad for Albert and I'm happy for John. How's that?
Reactions to the Giants-Jets game.
I am fucking pissed.
You're gonna
You
be in
know what?
playoffs.
Shut up, John.
Look at the Redskins. Who are the Redskins?
Shut up, John.
Kirk Cousins.
Shut up.
Kirk Cousins.
You're not my cousin. Get out of here. Get out of here with that, John. You know what? It was a fucking awesome game, though. Great
You know
battle.
what? Anthony.
John,
Good game?
fuck you. I don't want to talk to you. Great battle. Kicker didn't do his job. You're an asshole. And the guy who said, whatever commentator was, you probably know his name.
Yeah, I was missed
Fucking
all
John
year.
Ortiz jinxed it right before the end. Here's a missed fucking kick all year. 48-yarder. It's not that bad. Douchebag, wide left. That's all I gotta say.
Big victory in the playoffs now, for now, so.
He's happy with that.
7-point swing in both leagues for the 48-yard field goal.
7 point.
7 point swing.
Oof.
So instead of +4, it's -3.
After the 1 o'clock games, we have the Tyler Fight Club facing off against the
86.5 to 56.1.
Who's winning?
Rusty Strombone has the edge at this point. He still has Antonio Brown to Hilton to go. I still have Cam and my double tight end set with Jordan Reed and Scott Chandler. Oh. Who else in the stuff? I got Macklin and GT rolling. GT already has a touchdown, so he'll shut up the rest of the game. It won't be hard for him again. Brock likes to get him involved in the first drive and then never look at him again. That's what he likes to do. He's like, yeah, I have this really great receiver on my team, so I'm going to throw him the ball twice on the first drive and then fuck him.
You had your boy Powell.
On the bench for just like 28 points.
I'm happy with Fitz, 25.
Oh, I'm upset. I guess so.
Sit down.
I'm gonna win. It's okay. Is that too soon?
I can't.
Don't look at me like that, John. I'm gonna win.
It's 136.2 to 106.5. I'm currently in the lead. Bobby J has Derek Carr, DeMarco Murray, Crabtree, and the Panthers D, and I got Greg Olson. It's gonna be a close matchup.
What's the projections looking like?
Fuck the projections. How do you guys?
152 to 157.
How do you guys feel about the game?
I actually feel really good about the Panthers defense.
That's what I mean.
They've scored 20 plus points the last 2 games, and I just think they're going to destroy the Saints and Drew Brees today. So if I can get that and a solid effort out of Derek Carr, it should be all right.
Nice. What about you, Narc? How you
Got Greg
feeling?
Olson left, so hopefully Cam looks for Greg, and I beat Bobby J.
Nice.
Potential playoff matchup week 2.
All right, so it's midway through the 4 o'clock games right now, and pretty much everybody's gone home. I think a good time was had by all.
It was party done. Well, we're 3 of us left partying.
Hopefully, first of many.
At least once a year, I'd say.
All right, so that's the end of the Always Sunny in Sayreville Jets versus Giants meetup. Everybody had a really good time. John's here cleaning up a little bit while the rest of us kind of relax, which is the way it should be, because John is bringing up the rear in the Always Sunny League, so the least he could do is clean up. Thanks to everybody for coming out. It was a really good time. Hopefully this is the first of many get-togethers. One day I'd love to see us get together and do a live draft. That would be pretty cool. But for the recap of the Week 13 action and the setup for the playoffs, we're going to send it back to the studio. So back to you. All right, so there you have it. Jets 23, Giants 20. At one point in the second half of this game, the Giants led 20-10. A good time was had by all. Hopefully the first of many Always Sunny in Sayreville get-togethers. We had a strong contingent of owners from the league here at this event, but we look forward to even more owners at future events. Mike, Tom, Danny, Matt, you guys were missed. So we'll see you next time. All right, so that's it, guys. The 2015 Always Sunny in Sayreville regular season is over. Congratulations to all the teams who made the playoffs. Anybody who missed the playoffs, better luck next year. Should have did better. Injuries in Week 13, nothing too serious. Mark Ingram went down with the shoulder. He's on IR for the rest of the season, but he is on a non-playoff team, so he's something of a non-factor. Although, I guess technically, Shower Hug has both CJ Spiller and Tim Hightower, but my sources tell me that there's not going to be a lot of value in either one of those guys for the fantasy playoffs. But you never know. All right, so now for a little end-of-season housekeeping. The Gotham Rogues ended up beating She Gave Me the Crabtrees by a score of 156.1 to 120.6. Both of these teams finished the regular season with identical 8-5 records, but as we know, the Gotham Rogues won their division. They get the first round bye in the number 2 seed. She Gave Me the Crabtrees is locked into the number 3 seed. Alright, on the last episode, I highlighted 3 key matchups that featured 6-6 teams who all controlled their own destiny for the playoffs. And each one of those teams in Week 13 was TCB. That's taking care of business. All 3 teams won and secured their spot in the 2015 Always Sunny in Sayreville League playoffs. Team Blumpkin locked up the 4 seed with a 165.3 to 117.7 point win over the Golden Showers. They were led by wide receiver Brandon Marshall, who scored 31.1 points, and Team Lumpkin cruises into the playoffs with a record of 7-6. Shower Hug took the 5 seed with a 132.9 to 94.5 point win over the Moth. They were led by this week's high scorer Allen Robinson, who put up 43.3 points, and Shower Hug finishes the regular season with a record of 7-6. And of course, grabbing that final seat on the bus is number 6 seed and this week's hero, Toddler Fight Club. Now, TFC was, I guess you could say, in the most danger of being caught or, passed by if they had lost in Week 13 and one of the other bubble teams had performed well. And they definitely had the most difficult matchup playing against the top team in the league and the number 1 seed in the playoffs. But none of that mattered because Toddler Fight Club took care of business. Winning their game by a score of 147.8 to 135.9, Toddler Fight Club won his way into the playoffs by the slimmest margin of the week, just 11.9 points. They were led by Cam Newton's 36.1 points, and it's pretty much Cam Newton's world, and we're all just living in it. And it's times like these when I'm reminded of the great and wise Herman Edwards, who said, "It doesn't matter whether you're on the back of the bus or the front of the bus, as long as you're on the bus." And Toddler Fight Club is on the bus. They beat the top team in the league to secure their spot in the playoffs. And for that, Toddler Fight Club is this week's hero. And of course, with every hero, there must be a GOAT. This week, we are featuring the worst team in the league. That's right, number 10, the Brown Helmet. Losing his game by a score of 116.4 to 88.1. The open slot secured the worst record in the league. He had 4 players score in single digits. He had 1 player score in the negative. He had the lowest score in the league this week. He finishes the season with the worst record, 4-9. This is the second time in Matt's 3 years in the league that he's finished in last place. 2 out of 3. Now, I don't know. With Bobby J making the playoffs this year for the first time and actually looking like he knows what he's doing, there may be a changing of the guard at the bottom of the league. And for that, the open slot is this week's GOAT. Alright guys, key matchups. This is it. The playoffs have finally arrived. It's week 1, the Wildcard week. We have 2 teams on byes. That's Rusty Strombone, the 1 seed, and 2 seed, the Gotham Rogues. And we have 2 huge matchups this week, the 3-6 and the 4-5. And for more on both of these matchups, for complete breakdowns, we're going to go live to the field, to the Golden Showers. This is Danny Mac.
Hi, Danny Mac from the Golden Showers here. To give a breakdown of this week's 2 playoff games, because I'm not in the playoffs, thanks to my running back tandem that sucked. 2 matchups. Bobby J and Albert, and then Dave and Mike. First we'll do Toddler Fight Club, and she gave me the Crabtrees. Toddler Fight Club, 3-1 all time. Bobby J's lone win came, I guess, 2012 was the first year. Am I correct? First year in the league. But again, teams are changed a lot even within a year, so that stuff doesn't really mean anything. Oh, this is Friday, by the way, so the Thursday night game, Cardinals-Vikings, already happened. Kind of important to note, since a couple teams had people play. Bobby had Fitzgerald and Arizona's kicker. Good news, the kicker did well. Bad news, Fitzgerald did not. It would appear after the start Bobby had, it would make Albert the slight favorite. Anything can happen now. Obviously, Cam Newton's a beast, playing in a game that could turn into a shootout. And if not a shootout, you figure he'll probably at least score enough points to, make it worth starting him. I have him in another league. He's probably right now the MVP of the league, and it's probably not particularly close right now. He's just been every bit as good as advertised. Versus Russell Wilson, quarterback. Wilson, better as of late. Maybe a bit of a fantasy disappointment considering ADP. But he's turned it out as of late. But obviously Newton's the heavy favorite there. Running backs, Lamar Miller, Chris Ivory. Versus say Yeldon and White. Slight advantage again to Miller and Ivory, although I could see Yeldon having as good a game as those two. But New England running back White, that's going to be tough. You never know. Fucking Belichick, he's a dick. So again, slight advantage to Albert. Thomas, Macklin, Fitzgerald, and Crabtree. Crabtree and Thomas play each other, which is good for Demaryius Thomas because he gets to play open pass defense. Not so good for Michael Crabtree because on the contrary, he has to play Denver's pass defense, who have two of the top, whatever you want to say, 5 corners, 10 corners in football. Macklin's a weird dude. I mean, he can really go off or cannot do much, but again, advantage to Albert. Tight end, Rodgers versus Reed. Reed's just better, but Rodgers is in as good a situation as you can get. We've got Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. They're playing Dallas. I would imagine they go up by a little bit and then just run the ball on him, but still not a bad play. Flex, Chandler Jackson. Chandler becomes Brady's tight end, which has value. He's not Gronk. You can't expect him to produce like Gronk, or he would be starting in the league somewhere. Vincent Jackson, I had him on my team earlier. I dropped him when he got hurt. He's a boomer bust kind of guy. He single-handedly saved me 1 week and put up like 35 points, and I think like 33 of them came in the fourth quarter. Chandler might be a little bit safer of a play. Jackson probably has a bigger upside. If Jackson goes off, that could be one spot where Bobby takes, a bit of an advantage. Defense, Tampa Bay and Carolina. Tampa Bay is the Saints. The Saints are probably not going to run the ball on them, which is okay because Mark Ingram's hurt. They will probably throw the ball on them. Carolina is going up against a pretty good offense, but they're Carolina, so they have the best linebacker in the league, the best cornerback in the league, and they're just stacked with a bunch of good defensive linemen that they can rotate. I think they're in Carolina. Not that it would matter much. The defense is fucking studly and they travel. So that's one advantage to Bobby J. Get a defensive touchdown. Saints put up some points on Tampa. You can make up some points there. And the kicker scored 12 points. So you're not, that's probably better than what you can hope for. Bad week to not have Gronk. What are you going to do? DeMarco Murray. Maybe you can make the case to play him over White, but who knows? I mean, Chip Kelly doesn't seem like he knows what the fuck he's doing. And they've stated that the running back by committee is going to be based on game flow. So who knows? As far as Albert's bench, he's playing all the guys you would expect to play. There's nobody on that bench is competing with anybody that's not on that bench. Maybe Cincinnati's D is probably better than Tampa's, but the matchup, Pittsburgh, who really needs a win, and Ben's back, playing Tampa's probably the right move. Moving on to the 4-5 matchup. Shower Hug, 6-0 all time, including 2 playoff wins. 2012, the year of our inception, the league's inception, not mine, and last year. First round bye both times and lost. That's tough. So definitely a revenge game. Mike's definitely going to come out swinging, and Dave's going to do everything he can to hold him off. Dave's projected for 43.9 points because he, I guess, feels like he's the Chicago Bears when it comes to injury reports, and so his whole lineup's empty except for the 2 guys that played. But we can kind of, for the most part, piece together who he's going to play. Great start. Palmer put up almost 23. Floyd put up 21 on who he was figuring to play flex. And the other guys he was thinking about starting probably aren't going to put up 21. So he's off to a hell of a start. Mike has Rodgers playing against Dallas' defense. He could match Palmer. He's had some games where he's up and down, but he's still probably the best player in the league. Running back, Stewart and Dragon. Is that how I said? Drone? Like the little things that fly in the air? Mm-hmm. Versus Dave's most likely starters of Doug Martin and Darren McFadden. But who knows? Maybe Hightower's an interesting piece. Well, that's a rough matchup. Tampa's pass defense is sad. I'm getting ahead now. That's not going to be the case. It's going to be McFadden. Pretty close to a toss-up, I guess. I like Stewart more than the field. Drone gets a lot of usage and has value PPR, so Mike might actually have a little bit of an edge there, but not much. And now we get to receivers. Allen Robinson and Alshon Jeffrey versus Doug Baldwin and Brandon Marshall. If you're wondering if one of these names doesn't sound like it belongs, it's Doug Baldwin. Who's taking the place of Julius Edelman, who did practice today, but he's not playing, right? Yeah. Encouraging if you make it past this week, though, Mike. You could play next week. Marshall's a fine choice. But Allen Robinson, really good. And Alshon Jeffrey's he's a usage monster, and who do they have the Lions this week? Forget who they play. I don't think it's that bad of a matchup, though. And even if he is, you'd think, who else are you going to throw the ball to? You know? Kevin White? No, because he's hurt. And Marcus Wilson sucks. So, Dave gets back the advantage there. Now we go to tight end. Barnage. Really good. But Manziel's a quarterback now. Who knows? I'm actually in another league debating it. I have Greg Olson debating to use him in my flex, but I think I'm going to go drone because... Oh, wait, no, I have a buy in that week. Oh, so do you. Touche. This is the only game of importance you're playing this week. It's nice. Still, though, he's the only red zone target they have. I mean, how many times can he throw the fucking Brian Hartline? You know what I mean? Like, there's nobody else on that team capable of... Or Dwayne Bowe. What does he have, like 2 catches this year? Maybe. Just awful. First, Tyler Eifert. Yeah, edge goes to Eifert. A couple weeks ago, if Manziel wasn't a quarterback, depending on matchup, you could easily go toss-up. And Barnage could, the guy could catch 2 touchdowns. It's definitely feasible. Eifert seems like a little bit of a safer play there. Flex, C.J. Anderson, and Denver's newfound running game. But so much of split carries. Didn't he get hurt? Is he even going to play? He might not even play, so who might end up starting? Vereen, Blue, Starks, right, or Julius Thomas? Might be Julius Thomas. I mean, who are you going to play? Maybe Julius Thomas? And Michael Floyd already put up 21, so... Maybe you start Thomas and try to match the upside. I mean, who else is... Maybe Starks, if Lacey's not out of the doghouse. But, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. Defense. Seattle's defense versus... Right now, Dave has KC. Who are they playing? But who knows? It's defense. He could drop them and get somebody else, so who cares? It's defense. Kicker. Hopkins for Mike. Not DeAndre, because he's not a kicker. Verse, as of right now, Dave doesn't even have a kicker, so who knows? To be announced, I'll pick up a guy who'll hopefully kick a couple field goals for him. I'd say this is a very even matchup. I do think Mike has an advantage in running back. I do think Dave has an advantage in wide receiver type end. And quarterback, I would say toss up. Flex, I would say toss up. But considering Dave already got 44 points from 2 guys, probably looking like a slight favorite here because, hindsight and shit because Thursday night already happened. That wraps up the week 1, or first round of the playoffs breakdown. Sorry I missed you guys on December 6th. I couldn't take off work off the week before. But I will see you guys next week where it's always sunny in Taylorville. Fantasy football.
So I wrote my my projections and stuff down.
Did these teams make the playoffs and I didn't?